Escape, 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 escape from the quarantine. You know just what I mean. You are on my team. We got to escape from quarantine. E. Oh, that's right. Oh, we have to escape. Our heroes were trying to escape from quarantine E. What would you do to escape? It was bad. 2040. Our hero's the last. He's the last of his race. Imagine being the last white person in Asia, the last Asian person in America, the last black person in Africa. The last. The last. He has friends, though. And friends are what matters. So he's gathering his friends before he tries to escape. He was accused of killing his father. Someone did. He was there, maybe. He played pill roulette. Was it a cure? Was it a prank? Was it a prank or was it protest when he played roulette and grabbed the pill? Was it him? He can't remember. Would he have done it? He doesn't know. All he remembers, all he knows is where he is now dancing. He just did the deal with the Geisha black market dealers, but they were going to trick him, so he tricked them. Now he has his route, the Ugna route, as well as the drugs, the ones that kill, the ones that thrill, and the ones that just make you watch. He hears the music of his own band, the hyper lead guitarist wrenched with all his might at the six strings. His mega fast jams had gone out of control. He had long left the proper scale. The grit covered fingers. The grit is the disease, sort of like plaque psoriasis, but every person he's ever met has it, except one. His drummer, Gordon Scratch, does not have it, nor does he talk. He has no disease, no reason to speak, I guess. They have their own high sign language, though, which is good. But most people have it bad. Some on their face, some so much they call them zombies. The mummies, sorry. The mums. The mums walk at night. Some people grab their gauze or wrappings to use as toilet paper, but that's not a good idea. Anyone on the street that comes within 6 feet of another person is whooped. We know that. But the music keeps going on. People sing about that's the ointment, the drug. It was piled on the scales of human flesh. But sometimes people overdose because there are fake drugs out there and they're stronger and cut and all sorts of addict things. But these were born addicts. Every kid, every child, an addict. The heart of the band was the drummer. Ah, Gordon Scratch. He never talked, but his sticks. Lanky feet essentially stomped the bass pedals until his blisters exploded. The bass player, Sonny, the singer, stood back in the darkness. He was the soul of the evaporating entity. Today was the last jam. He knew that. Last jam. Ladies and gentlemen, my band, the Deep Ones, this is our last jam. I want to tell you that. He had a fake British accent for some reason. I want to tell you it's our last jam. Last jam. I want you to take it even higher. Higher. He called out to the crowd. Are you ready? He said, I am the darkness. And they replied, take me in. I am the darkness. Take me in. I bring the ending. Let it begin. I am the darkness. They yell, take me in. Boom, boom, boom. He was frothing as he screamed at the top of his lungs, as he hit the bass strings until he broke an E string. Continued on from his dark mind. But the light inside led the way for the others to join in, and they danced. They danced until the morning light for one last time. Ah, you and Gordon are different. I don't know what it is. You scare me, the bartender said to Sonny. You don't see what I see. You and Gordon both. You never take something for face value. I try to look into your world, but I see only pain. He scratched at his chin. You seem to understand how small we truly are in this universe. And that's a scary thing. And look at your pasts. Gordon just shows up one day, no identification number, no shame tags, no paper, no patches. Wow. Just a skateboarding mute. And you're the last of your race, whatever that is. Whatever the listener is, that's what he is. You are one of many, but he is the last one of your kind. And you used to be part of the Animal Brotherhood. They make the kill pills, don't they? They kill you in your sleep, Brotherhood. I don't do that no more, Sonny said. I don't kill no more. No matter what the pills tell me to do, I don't pill no more. No pill kills, no pill kills, no pill kills, I say. Thrill kills? I mean, thrill pills, baby. You were right the first time. Thrill kills. Take both the pills. The kill pill and the thrill pill. That's called a thrill kill. The bartender knew it because he did it. He would never do it again. He wished his friends good luck. Gave them what food he could, what not tickets, because ticks weren't going to be useful where they're going. Had to be food that could carry. They had to get outside the city limits, outside the range of the Wi-Fi that held their bracelets, their tech bracelets that could inject them at any moment. And he had only 2.5 days now to get out, or he would get stung. He could not afford a human judge. And the computers, well, their all algorithms were simple. Guilty, guilty, guilty. They head out. They headed out. They had to get one thing from the mums part of town, where the mummies stood. They had to get the eyes of their friend, Blue Eyes. For if he could not come, at least his eyes could come. Blue Eyes had lost his legs. He was a mum now. But they knew him before. It's like knowing somebody before they go blind, even though this guy was blind the whole time. It was like knowing somebody and then they had an accident. You know how there was before and after? Before the plagues, after the plague, before the quarantine and after the quarantine. But these kids, they grew up only in the quarantine, 6 feet apart. Lots of imaginary games. Lots of new names. The mummies. They haunted the place. They were sellers of reused wrappings and wrappings wrapped in O, wrapped in O. It was a dark place. They put on their masks, their head coverings, safety PPEs. They just call them PPs. The PPE became PPs. They went down there. One cool thing is they have these, instead of cars, they all use these San Francisco trolleys, but their trolleys are monkey bars, things you'd find, in fact, that you used to find among kids' playgrounds. But no kids play on playgrounds anymore. These are sterilized versions on these tracks. You can hang on, you can dangle, you can sit, you can spangle. They pull them through the town even swings at one point. And he's supposed to wipe down for the next person. But getting off close you can get to Mum's town, there was no one to wipe it off. They had special parts of the bus for the mummies. Mummies in the back of the bus. They had special things they held on, but they were always apart. Not just the 6 feet, not just the 16 feet, 36 feet. So it dragged behind. Sometimes there were many of them, many mummies. They still had to sit in the back in the mummy part. Well, Sonny rode and Gordon was on his skateboard. Always on his skateboard. They head down to Mumtown. Mumtown hated fire. They hated fire so much. Blue flames only. Blue flames only. Well, Sonny knew. He knew the head back when he was in the Animal Brotherhood. He had to kill the leader of the mummies. But of course, the deal was made by the second in command. That's always the case. Who benefits? There's one mummy dies, another mummy tries. One mummy cries, another mummy knows wise. Get wise, there's a reason one mummy cries. Another mummy came up, and the head mummy, Mum Ra, he said never come back. But he had to come back for his boy. Blue Eyes, also named as Balbay. He went to make the deal with them. He said, I'm going to do what the mummies do. We're going to play rock, paper, scissors. For reals. This was a challenge no mummy could refuse. Out in the middle of the street. This is how Sonny had killed the last leader. It was a game they take very seriously and they play. You can play for the finger, for the hand, for the man, for the woman, for the soul. He walked up on him. They met in the middle. What is your prize you seek? My prize is the blue eyes. The blue eyes of my friend. He had the eyes. His friend had gone, but his eyes were still there. His eyes, whole city could see through these eyes, for they were one of the few things still connected to the net. They could show the whole city what is going on. And in fact, that's what they did at this time. It got broadcast out, which means the stands would be there soon. These, to the death, were not stands like death, but they like to be the ones to decide who lived and died. They didn't like somebody else doing their deciding for them. We're the deciders, the stands decided. So they knew their time was limited, but also everyone was watching. They stopped their Zoom classes. They stopped their Zoom Dungeons and Dragons games. They stopped their online gaming. Some people kept gaming and just had a extra window open, but everyone watched the rock, paper, scissors. Shito Janzabu, I cut you. That's how it goes. Shito Janzabu in the ancient language Chinese. I cut you, of course. They had the weapons. And what do you wish to win? Of course, my people know it was you who defeated our leader. So to have your head on the pike would keep me around longer. Sonny looked over to the second in charge, Mummy. There was a little wink. Because I tell you what, you plan to kill your leader soon enough. Someone's going to have the same plan for you. Sonny knew that, and he squared off. He said, "Yep, we're gonna rock, paper, scissors, uh, but we're gonna do it strange rules." Yeah, what's the rules? Well, they did that old rule where someone come up behind you. Someone can use their hands in front. Kids play the game and pretend to brush their teeth or wash their face. But here it's done for reals. Here it's done for keeps. And they played this game. Shito Genzabu, I cut you. 2 hands out. It's good to play different ones. Sonny played scissors and a stone. Mumra played paper and stone. Scissors cut that stone. He cut that hand right off. The stones clanged together and made a big sound. Mumra looked around in shock, his hand fallen to the ground. It made a middle finger at him as it fell. How did you lose me? Sonny was a simple man, not greedy. He said, "Why not end now, and you can walk away?" But no, Mummy threw again, and it was him who looked to say, "Shito Genzabu, I cut you." And his stone was so heavy. His stone wanted to cut those blades. But Sonny had 2 papers. 2 papers. And they cupped around him. They held his head, while the other 2 hands, being done by Gordon, cut off his other hand. They took him away. They unwrapped him and let him bleed as people laughed, gaffed, and loved his wrappings. They grouped him up. "Oh, the wrappings of a king. These are better than my wrappings." Oh, they wrapped them. They fought over them. Some people even died. Maybe 2 other people they fought over it. They died fighting over it. But they died happy to have touched, to have used the wrappings of the king. Some people even had sexual things with the wrappings. Mummies. Soon the stands would arrive by helicopter, by floating copter, by pram. Sonny jumped on a skateboard too. He grabbed those blue eyes, the blue eyes of his friend. He fled back to meet up with Skip the Strong and the rest, whoever would come along. They were to meet at Old Bridge 59 in the south of the city. From there, they'll take the sludge to where the Wi-Fi didn't work. That's what they hoped. Now they had the eyes. They could show the world. Maybe make trouble. Maybe make trouble at the right time. At the exact right time. And we can all escape. We can all escape. Escape. Escape the quarantine. You know what I mean? We can all escape the quarantine. See you next time. We can all escape the quarantine, at least in our mind. We can all escape the quarantine, at least in our hearts. We can all escape the quarantine. See you next time. Chapter 2 is done. Can't wait for chapter 3.